Edidion was 22 years old, while the rich woman's son was around 25 years old. But what nobody knew was the level of control this woman had over her son. So one of these days, the woman saw Edidion going somewhere and decided to stop her when they visited the village and spoke to her. And then because she saw that, or she had heard by some people saying that Edidion is very humble, she's very respectful, she thought, oh, this would be the perfect wife for her son. So one of the days, they decided to go and know where Edidion's family house was, and they told Edidion's parents what they wanted. Edidion's father decided to ask Edidion while they were there, do you know these people? And Edidion said no, that each time he saw them, they greeted her well and treated her nicely. So Edidion's father now said, marriage is not something that you just see somebody on the road. There must be at least some form of attraction. And the mother should give them an opportunity, the rich woman should give them an opportunity for them to know themselves. So which she agreed and said they were going to spend a few weeks in the village before they go back to the city. So Edidion's parents, called Edidion, asked her if she liked the guy. She said she cannot hate someone she doesn't even know about, so she feels she likes the guy. So he's just there, he's fine and all. So the parents allowed them to have some kind of, getting to know themselves period and all of that. So like 6 months later, Edidion had agreed to marry the guy, and they came for what they call wine carrying. They came for the traditional rite. They first came for introduction, they collected the list, and they were able to buy everything that was on that list. So they paid the bride price, and Edidion followed her husband to his own house, because normally, traditionally, once a man pays your bride price, you follow them to their house. Then maybe you now come back later or the next day, and then you start doing your wedding, which is African tradition. So Edidion now followed her husband. After the whole thing, they traveled back to the city. So when they got to the city, well, something Edidion noticed was that the mother of this guy calls this guy in the middle of the night. Like, everything the guy wants to do, he must confirm from the mother. He must ask for permission from the mother. So the Edidion was now wondering, what is all this? What kind of marriage is this? That everything this guy wants to do, he must first hear from the mother. If he wants to buy a pin, like if he's buying food, it's okay. In fact, to the point that he has to even ask the mother, this food we are buying, the wife had written list, which is the Edidion, but he has to ask the mother, these things we are buying, is it okay for us to buy it? Or what do you think about this thing we are buying? Is it healthy? Then if the mother gives approval of the list, if the list was to be like, let's say 100 items, if the mother approved only 50, it is 50 they are going to buy. So this whole thing went on and on. If Edidion asks for money to do some things, the guy will say no, he needs to check with his mother. So the Edidion was getting it up to her neck. She's like, is it your mother you are married to? What's going on? So when Edidion took in, she became pregnant, and one would expect that if Edidion's mother, or rather the guy's mother, comes, she was going to help out in the house. But of course, like I said, she's a rich woman now. When she came, she didn't want to do anything. So Edidion now asked the husband to let her own mother come, so that there are things that she will not be able to tell his own mother to do for her. Her mother can do it, or even she can even beg the mother to do it for her. The boy said no, that he needs to find out from the mother first before Edidion can bring her own mother. So he went to the mother while she was still in their house. The mother said, what nonsense is that? That is it because she came, that's why Edidion is asking that the mother should also come. The son did not even instruct the son to at least make excuses for the wife to say no. The reason is because my wife feels that she needs help now that we are become a large family and all. That was how this woman changed it for Edidion. She said very unkind words to her, how she picked her up from the gutters, why is she now becoming a problem to her family, how the family have been living in peace before she came into the family and all of that. Edidion was like, she's sorry, that was not the intention. The intention was that she didn't want to stress her mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law now said, does she see her as a house help? Why would she want to stress her? What is bringing that one? That she wants to come and teach her, tell her what to do. That please, she came to rest, not to carry a baby or even do anything. So Edition was taken aback. She was wondering, like, your son's wife had given birth. You can't even help to do anything. So Edition now started living a very painful life. Like she would cry. She was, sad, always sad. So the husband will just come back and ask her if there's food. He will eat. He will ask if the mother has eaten. He will never for one day ask the Gideon, have you eaten? How is the baby doing? No, his concern is the mother. So this went on and on till one day the Gideon went to their family, their church pastor, their family church pastor, to report the whole case. When she got there to report this whole case, the mother-in-law heard about it. She didn't even want the pastor or whosoever she had reported to handle the matter. The woman went on and on, insulting a Gideon, reminding a Gideon how she picked her from the gutters and all of that. What will not shock you is the day that Edidion decided to now get a house boy, somebody that will be keeping the house well, clean and all that, because you see, at her level now, she won't be able to be doing all of those things because her hands were now obviously full. Only for Edidion to go to the market one day, and she had not left the house totally. She just, left the baby. The baby was sleeping, and she had told the house help, because it's a baby boy, of course. So she had told the house help to help her, monitor the child, since the mother-in-law would not do any of those things. So Edidion left the market and then forgot her key. When she forgot her key and came back, she met the back door open. And when Edidion came into the room, she met how you have the back door through the kitchen. She came in and something just told her to check the visitor's room. And guess what she saw? She saw her mother-in-law pants down with their house help, who is the man. That is the male house help. The mother-in-law was pants down. And she now started shouting. She was like, what's going on? Why would this woman do this kind of thing? The woman now told the whole story that it was a lie, that kind of a thing did not happen, that Edidion is trying to lie against her. Edidion saw it very well. But the only mistake is that she did not bring out her phone to take, make record of anything. Her mind did not even cross to do any of those things. This woman said no, that this Edidion must leave her son's house. Edidion want to bring problem in their family. That how can she lie? That she saw her pants down, that she didn't say anything. Edidion said, it's not like I'm even planning to tell my husband, but this thing you did, ma, is not good. This is how this woman started hating Edidion. Like, the hatred now grew from what it was to 100. It was so bad. Edidion was not living in that fear and all that. So one day Edidion told the husband, well, before I leave this marriage, let me at least tell you what your mother has been up to. Edidion opened up, told the husband everything that's been happening, how she was going to the market and forgot her key and came back and met their house help doing the do with the mother. The husband screamed and called the boy and told the boy that I should tell him the truth. Did anything like that happen? The boy was trying to deny. The husband now said, no, tell me the truth. Did anything like that happen? The husband now took the boy outside, asked him everything that happened, how it happened. He opened up and told him everything. And that was how the guy came back and they told the mother that he cannot do this any longer, that she has to come out and be going, that she should go home, that in fact her stay here, because at that time the boy has said the truth now. There's nothing, it's not like he didn't pay the boy. She saw them, she caught them red-handed. So it's not something that you say they are trying to lie, against your mother. That was how this guy apologized to the wife, that he's sorry for everything, every pain he has caused her, that he's really sorry, that he didn't believe the mother would do a thing like this. He said this is how the mother would have ruined this marriage and he would have become a divorced man. That divorce is not in his in his agenda, but his wife was getting upset. He didn't know that it was the mother who was trying to make him send the wife. So he was just talking about all of those things. That's how the mother now came out and said she was very sorry for everything she has caused, that actually she's supposed to help out when a daughter-in-law gives birth, that she regretted not to do. The son now said, you have embarrassed our family enough, just go. And that's how the guy sacked that house boy. The boy that was the living maid, who is a man, sacked him and also asked the mother to go back with all her wealth. asked her to go back. So because her husband was not satisfying her enough, she decided to use a houseboy. Can imagine some mother-in-law.